Protect your home from home. Simple Caravan Insurance, sponsors of the Caravan Channel.
There are caravans that are wonderful for a weekend. There are caravans that are fabulous for a fortnight. And then there are caravans that tempt you to run away with them and live in them forever. This is one of those. It's a Buccaneer Clipper. Come on, let's climb aboard and sail away on the high seas. That's sea as in craftsman-built quality, sea as in class-leading design, and sea as in luxurious comfort. Just for once, I'm going to start at the very back of the van, in the washroom. Why? Well, it's not often I can say that I'm charmed by a lavatory, but there's something about this electric flush ceramic bowl number that tickles my fancy. It's filled up, the flush that is, when you top up the onboard 40-litre fresh water tank. And that means there's less chance of that midnight squelch as you hear the flush tank being emptied at exactly the wrong time. This cheeky loo sits in this huge dedicated washroom that also houses a big shower cubicle in this classy tiled effect, and it features a fold-out clothes maiden. Next to it is a big wardrobe, and in the corner a large, if rather shallow, wash basin. The overall effect is wow. Back in through the door and we're in the rear bedroom of the caravan. Now this is the Buccaneer Clipper, one of 4 layouts in the Buccaneer range, and it features my wife's favourite kind of sleeping arrangements. Separate beds. Now I don't think she's trying to tell me anything. I actually like this layout myself because I think it's the most sensible way to get 2 permanent beds for 2 people without sacrificing too much space. You get loads of storage space as well underneath these memory foam mattresses and up high in all these positively locking cupboards. I'm less sure about this light switch though. It's right at the foot of one of the beds and it's in a prime position to get a bit of a kicking. Still, separate beds, you've got to get your kicks where you can, I guess. There's also a privacy screen that separates the bedroom from the galley, but it's not the most private of privacy screens. Peekaboo. Well, Buccaneer are honest enough to know that this luxury 4-berth caravan is most likely to just have 2 people in it most of the time, so that screen is probably a bit redundant most of the time. And those black privacy windows do a pretty good job of keeping the outside world, well, outside. One thing about those black windows though is that it does limit the amount of light that gets into the caravan, but that's where the roof lights come in. There's 1, 2 and another 1 third back in the bedroom area. Open the blinds and light comes flooding in, especially through this monster up in the front end. It opens and closes electrically, you know, by remote control. And if it's open and it starts to rain, a sensor senses that and it shuts the roof for you. And that's very useful. Gadgety, yeah, but very useful. Let's take a look at the galley. It really is very special indeed. Take a look at that. The thickness of the worktop, isn't it wonderful? And under the lip, there's an LED light strip to give this nice downlighting effect. Up high, there are spotlights to shed light on the cooking area. And speaking of cooking, you'll be doing that on the dual fuel hob, in the illuminated oven or a separate grill, or over here in the nicely positioned microwave, which sits atop a very big fridge freezer. The freezer, well, that's a removable section. Why would you want to remove the freezer? Well, maybe to get more beer and wine into the fridge, eh? If your guests refuse to leave, well, this seating area makes up into a double bed, but I'd just be happy to be here on my own, watching the DVD TV that sits on a dedicated bracket over there. The entire van is heated by the latest Aldi hot water system, and you can program that remotely via your mobile phone. Oh, and you can recharge that mobile phone with this dedicated USB socket here in the front shelf. From the outside, it's clear that the Buccaneer is a yacht amongst dinghies, and you'll need quite a substantial tug to tow it too. We're firmly in large 4x4 territory here to shift this near 2-ton Tessie. But once you're on the road, it's got all kinds of electronic gizmos and engineering to make sure that everything stays shipshape. Buccaneers are British built beauties, and if you get the chance to take a cruise in one, even just in dry dock on a dealer's forecourt, my advice, jump aboard and enjoy.